So yesterday, Bungie posted a whole blog post regarding the future of Destiny 2, right? So today they were saying marks the 10-year anniversary of Destiny. I already made a guide up on my channel if you guys want to check that out on how to get the veteran gear for the 10th year anniversary of Destiny. But they're basically out, like, kind of laying out what's coming in the future, 2025, 2026. We already know it's 2024, right? And whatnot, and kind of into the beginning of 2025 with the next two episodes. But I want to go into this blog post a little bit. It is a little bit of a lengthy one. I do apologize in advance if I sound a little bit off voice-wise. I have been fighting a cold, a virus of some sort. My throat kills and my everything is congested. So, but I wanted to bring you guys this video, and I also want to make this clear. One of my main goals of this video is to discuss it, yes, but I also want to start a conversation. I want to get your guys' thoughts and feedback in the comments, right? Because obviously we're all going to have our own subjective views, and I might say, you know, this sounds great or it sounds horrible. You might think something different. I'm just kind of, I want to gauge roughly, you know, where everyone's at with this, you know? And anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into this. I don't know. It is what it is. One thing I will say, as we're going into this, so it's called Codename Frontiers. It's paving the way for the new frontiers, right? As I said, we got 2 more episodes. Now, as it stands right now, I have yet to record and play the final episode. No, sorry, the final mission. I guess the final steps of Act 3 of Episode Echoes. But as of right now, I think Episode Echoes is a flop. Okay, I don't think it's very good. I think narratively, especially, they've just dropped the ball. The narrative has just been so lopsided on pushing this one kind of agenda, and they don't even care about, like, actually telling a good story. They just want to push, like, you know, their own kind of narrative, and it's just frustrating because it feels like Destiny's falling apart on every single front as of late. Now, will this pull it back together? Hopefully. So what are they saying? Well, basically, we got this whole, like, kind of roadmap that they have up on screen. So it's Codename Frontiers. We get an expansion called Codename Apollo coming in like summer 2025, fall 2025, and you can see that there's going to be major updates. So there's going to be Codename Arsenal and Codename Surge. It's going to be part of the Apollo, and there's going to be a reward pass for each one. So there's going to be 4 reward passes. But there's going to be 2 expansions. Now you might think, oh, this is great, you know, 2 expansions instead of 1. No, because, like, they're doing away with the annual expansions. They're going to be doing 2 expansions that I think, if I remember reading correctly, is going to be kind of Shadowkeep size. Might be good, I don't know. So they got Apollo and then they got Behemoth. Behemoth is going to be like winter 2025 going into spring 2026. And again, this is season, excuse me, it's going to be available to all players. I don't know what parts are going to be paid, what's not going to be paid. You can see what the expansions entails on the left side. So expansions will, you know, so again, expansions are 2 times a year. 2 times a year, we're going to be getting new stories, new locations, new missions, new weapons, new gear, new raids and dungeons. So does that mean we're getting 2 raids a year? I don't know. If that is what it means, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Are we getting a raid and a dungeon for each expansion? Again, if so, I think that's pretty good. That sounds pretty good, right? On at least on, you know, on paper. Seasonal updates. So this is going to be things that we're going to be getting, I guess. Well, I guess this is like the whole thing right here. Like seasonal updates could be like Apollo and Behemoth, I guess. So new and reprised activities, new gear and artifact mods, new modifiers and challenges, new sandbox meta, new events, and then reward pass. Which you can see there's 4 reward pass, 2 per expansion, which, you know, includes exotic weapons and ornaments, legendary weapons and armor ornaments, gear upgrade, resources, cosmetics, and more. It sounds, for the most part, it's pretty much what we're getting right now. It's just, I guess, the way that they're going to be chopping it up is going to be a little bit different. Now, especially with the activities, you're going to hope that, you know, the activity is going to be a lot more appealing. But anyways, that's kind of the overview. So if you've had enough of this, you know, just kind of, you know, click off the video, you know, let me know your thoughts in the comments. But we're going to go into a little bit more deeper stuff, because they also talk about multiplayer, which is not in this thing right here. So again, 4 major updates of free content every single year. So these major updates you can see right here, those are going to be free, right? These 4, you know, there's 2 in Apollo, 2 in Behemoth, free. 2 expansions. I guess the expansions themselves are going to be paid, I would assume. And I have a bunch of stuff. Okay. Again, I'm going to be skimming this. I might miss some things. If there's anything I missed that you think is important, please do let me know. Because I don't want to take like an hour on this video, so keep that in mind. So we got core game activities, core game rewards, the portal, etc., etc. So our future for the for Destiny 2, right? So they're talking about annual expansions, right? So say they recognize that the way they've been going about it is too rigid. Expansions have started to feel too formulaic, and are too quickly are over too quickly with little replay value. I mean, I get that seasons and episodes keep getting bigger, but can still feel like you're just going through the motions. Yeah, I mean, it's not been good. Annual expansions, you know, we're gonna start with annual expansions. So basically, essentially, what they're saying here is they're done with annual expansions. You know, they've enjoyed their time with it, but instead of one big expansion, we're gonna deliver 2 medium-sized expansions. So they're kind of chopping it up, one every 6 months. And so that's kind of basically what they're going to be doing here. You know, each of these are going to depart from the one-shot campaign structure and all that. And you know that we've been using essentially unchanged since Shadowkeep. And each will be an opportunity to explore, you know, new formats as well. Excuse me. They go on to say that basically we are excited, you know, to try new things and challenge, you know, your idea of what Destiny experience can be, and all that. We are actively prototyping non-linear campaigns, exploration experiences similar to the Dreaming City and whatnot. So I mean, I don't know, maybe, but you know, departing from the one-shot campaigns, I mean, that was something I really personally enjoyed, is having, you know, those actual, you know, huge kind of stories. You know, we're just getting like a new chunk of story every single year. So I don't know what this really means, man. They're gonna, again, it feels like a lot of people, from what I'm seeing online, are confused about all this, the terminology. They're still confused about some things. So I don't know. Seasons, right, with the change to 2 expansions per year, the seasonal model is going to be changing as well. Instead of 3 episodes, right, which we're only getting for this 1 year, we're going to be building 4 major updates, one every 3 months. Each expansion will launch alongside a major update, excuse me, at the start of season, and a second major update will follow 3 months later to refresh the core game with new and reprised content, including, you know, activities, strikes, exotic missions, entirely new modes like onslaught, rewards, you know, all that good stuff, weekly events, features, you know, all that. So that's pretty much that. The core game is Destiny's always available evergreen activity experience. And we need to fix 2 things with it. So approachability, they feel like Destiny's become too complex, right? Too complex, they said. So what they said is we're going to fix this by modernizing our activity UI and director. I think they actually, if I open this, does it go to yeah, the portal? Okay, so this is the solution. So this is a whole other blog post posted 24 hours ago. Again, I can't go too deep into this, but they basically they say the destination map called the director, right? That's what we've had over the years, and I really like it. I mean, I think I like it. It's like, I like it. It's different, right? But the solution that they say is a portal screen. The portal screen will be the new default activity selection screen, replacing the new current destination map. I like the current destination map personally. I like it. I get it can be confusing, but I mean, at least it's not boring. This is just an early mock-up that's subject to change, but I think this looks, I mean, personally speaking, I think this looks really bland and boring, you know? Like, there's got to be a better way to shake it up to make it, you know, look, you know, better. I don't know. That's the one thing I've always loved about the director is, like, it's just like, it's different. You know what I mean? It's different than, like, other UIs in other games, but this just looks like the typical standard UI from any other game, which is, to me, really boring. I don't know. I don't like the way it looks personally. But the idea is, you know, that portal categories, they're gonna have solo ops, 1 to 3, you know, player activities and different things like that. Fire team ops, which are 3-player activities and stuff, you know, like onslaught, coil, whatever, strikes, flashpoint ops, you know, 6-player activities and whatnot for match-made or pre-made groups and different things like that. You know, pinnacle ops, you know, and stuff like that. Crucible, obviously, as well. I mean, again, you can kind of see from the mock-up up here. I don't like it. I don't personally like it. Again, it's a mock-up. Hopefully they come up with something way better. Because I'm not crazy about it. But anyways, that's basically we'll raise and dungeons be in the portal. They're going to be in the pinnacle ops category. Excuse me. So that's gonna be that. Raid content will not initially be present in portal categories. The long clear times combined with the wide variation of experiences presents some unique challenges we're still working through. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. But I mean, whatever, I get it. So, you know, they go into a little bit of a deep dive on activities and rewards in more detail, you know, in these other blog posts. But anyways, they're also talking about gear and challenge should matter. Okay, I get it. You know, again, I'm just going to kind of skim through this. I get it. Gear and challenges should matter, right? It should feel rewarding. You know, again, there's always going to be, you know, there will be higher tiers of legendary gear. Think adept weapons and artifice armor. That's going to be available from higher challenge ranges and much wider variety of activities across both PvE and PvP. So, I mean, that's good. That's good. They're, you know, addressing that. Multiplayer. So sorry, not multiplayer. The next multi-year saga starts with Codename Apollo. So I read this multiplayer. I don't know why. This is going to be their whole new saga, right? So you'll see teases of it in the later 2 episodes, they said, but it's fully going to kick off in Codename Apollo, which is going to be the beginning of well, what was it? A summer 2025, I believe it was, right? And it's also based around a core theme, so kind of much like the whole Light and Darkness saga did. It's going to be based around a whole kind of theme as well. So the last 10 years has been a saga. There's going to be a new saga. Okay, this is a new saga, right? Kind of like the last 10 years has been for, Destiny, whatever is next. It's gonna be a non-linear character-driven adventure. I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what that means exactly. I hope the storytelling is not going to get lost, because that's been one of my favorite parts of the Destiny universe, is the story. Great, well, for the most part, in past time, it was pretty decent storytelling. Obviously not in Echoes. Echoes, they dropped the ball on that one. I think they need some new maybe writers for the story stuff. But anyways, what do we mean by Codename Apollo is non-linear? Well, previously in stories like Final Shape, your experience was to go from A to B to C to D in a nice straight line. Codename Apollo, our story takes place over dozens of threads you will explore and discover. So in one sense, it's like, let's make Destiny less confusing, but let's make it more confusing. That's kind of how it feels. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, so when you land on our brand new location, the story starts at A. Then you can choose if you want to explore C first, or try to get into B, or maybe investigate D. It's almost like they're trying to take inspiration from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, open world Zelda game, and kind of apply that general idea to Destiny. Maybe that's maybe I'm understanding this wrong, but maybe. I mean, Zelda did it okay, but I don't know. I like linear experiences too, being mixed into everything, and the options you didn't choose, don't worry, the other options still open for you to go back and play through. You'll need to, it says. So the more you play, discover, the more story progresses. So experiencing a certain number of threads. Again, if the best way to sound like I can make sense of what they're explaining, the closest thing I can think of is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, right? Where it's you can experience a story in any order, but it felt messy that way. And that was my biggest complaint with those 2 Legend of Zelda games, being a massive Zelda fan. I have a Nintendo channel. If you haven't subscribed to that, check it out. Anyways, so they're saying Destiny's at its best when it's mysterious, weird, not afraid to try new things. Okay, I get that. It's a new thing. Will it be successful? I don't know. It's a new thing, so we'll see. I'm willing to give it time to see. They say basically, this all sounds like a big change, because it is, right? And it says when the rhythm of our story becomes predictable, or when characters or our world fails to change, that's how we create a situation, not a story. So how can we innovate? So the idea is they're trying to challenge themselves, challenge the players, innovate, which I can appreciate. I can respect that. That's cool. But I hope this doesn't fail. You know what I mean? They say story is easy to spoil, so I won't ruin the details for what's in what the theme is for Codename Apollo or what it's about. But Apollo ends with the narrative gasoline that will propel us into the next few years, with a clear theme, goal, and destination that won't come at you as a straight line, but will be well worth the trip. It'll reward you, it'll surprise you, it'll take us places Destiny's never been before. So I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm a little bit conflicted. I think there's promise in here, but there's also I'm also skeptical, right? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what to think. I will say this is pretty cool artwork though, but I'm not sure what to think, because this can go either way, right? This could be an utter flop and disaster that just sends Destiny hurling into its grave, or it could be good. You let me know your thoughts. Time will tell. All I know is that right now, episode Echoes is not good. I don't like it, and I will take change. Whatever, fine. I'm not crazy about non-linear for story base, especially with I like to have linear story at least, and then everything else can be non-linear. But we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, something does need to change. So hopefully it's a change for good. Let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys soon in another one. Tell your friends, game on, and thanks for watching. And here's to hopefully another 10 years of Destiny, and hopefully they can get things back on track and figure things out, because again, especially with Echoes, it just feels like it's been not good, and they need to shake things up. They need to change some of what they're doing. And if that means different people, different story writers and stuff, and narrative directors and stuff, like, I mean, I don't know what's going on, but Echoes is just like, it's not been it for me. Okay. It does not felt like, you know, what made me fall in love with Destiny back in the day. I want that to come back. You know, what we fell in love with originally. I don't know how that's going to happen, but I hope it happens. Thanks for watching, and until the next one, I'll see you guys soon. Hey you! What are you doing? Join the Skeleton Army! Do it today! Don't wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow might never come. The Earth is going to fade. That's inevitable. The next second of your life's not even promised, so you better think about where you're going, and you might as well just join the Skeleton Army. Plus, we do kind of like you a little bit, so it'd be nice to see you around here. But if you don't want to, hey, your loss. See you later.